Maybe, sort of. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're talking to Michele Packard, who is the author of the Matti Baker novels, and then she also plays Glaedwine in the audiobook production of Smokepit Fairytales. Now we get to pretend like I haven't been talking for 10 minutes. What's up?
We got some explaining to do.
What explaining? What's explaining?
Okay, so listen. So, we've gone through this first book, which is just incredible. This, big old beast that it is. The one that sucks you in and gets you going. And I did all my parts, and I was all excited because I was in multiple chapters. And then you sent me book 2. Which is actually probably one of my favorite books. I got like one chapter and I got maybe 3 lines.
Yeah.
Then I looked at sneak peek at book 3.
Yeah, I don't think Glaedwine's in the third one.
I'm not in it, man. I thought you liked me.
Right before I met you. Come on.
I mean, the good news is I know like if by 6 I come back and return.
Yeah, there's a hefty chunk there, but that's spoilers for those who haven't got it there yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yep, sorry guys.
Another reason why you should read the whole series.
Yeah, don't just wait for the audiobooks.
And listen to the audiobook. Listen and watch. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like you had a real good performance on there. I had a couple people tell me, it's like, yeah, whoever plays Glaedwine, it sounds like she's always smiling when she talks. When you talk to her, let her know that.
Did they say that it was hard to understand what I was saying, that I can't enunciate?
No, but that's why I got you to give me 2 takes so I can pick one that works.
For the record, I did go to speech therapy as a kid. It didn't help. I still can't say my R's and W's, and it's really the reason why I don't do vocal stuff. My kids will tell you they can't understand me half the time.
Are you sure that's just not the Texas accent that makes the R's and W's bleed together?
It might be just a small bit,
little tiny bit.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this audiobook.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was incredible. I thought just doing the audio and the visual. I mean, I don't know why this isn't like taking off like gangbangers or whatever you call it. I'm
not sure why it's not taking off like gangbangers, but it's probably because
I'm not sure that's the right word.
Google, it's not what comes up.
There's probably some gangbanging in it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the at first it was, and then YouTube nuked my channel, and then like it's been slow drag on the fucking like revamp.
Yeah.
So
do you do TikTok stuff on it?
Yeah, but I don't put as much book stuff on TikTok as I should. Yeah. But I got a sizable audience over there. I really need to get on that, but
Yeah, probably should. I'm kind of scared. What do you put on TikTok?
Things that are compliant with the Communist Party of China's.
Well, I just want to make sure. Yeah.
So, minimal swearing, no gore or guns or nudity or sex talk or anything. So.
Oh well, then yeah, who's gonna read that then?
Although, since TikTok is a tool to undermine the American government, they're all about conspiracy theories. So when you talk about those always blow up.
Oh, conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Let me think about which books I have TikTok in. That'd be all of them.
And for those of you listening at home, Michelle's the author of the Matti Baker novels, and they're all about the conspiracy theories.
I don't like conspiracy theory if you can't prove them.
Conspiracy theories are just real life spoiler warnings.
Exactly. Okay, what are the plans for the rollout of book 2?
I have like 3 more voices I have to get in, and then I can start rolling with it. So.
Well, it's probably real easy to get mine in because it's just two lines, but that's all right. I mean,
I learned from a mistake from last time, because last time I just kind of like went as I went, or like got people on as I went. This time it's like I'm gonna get everybody's shit before I even start. So I'm not anybody. It's just me moving along,
Yeah.
So, yeah, once that starts rolling out, that'll really start rolling out.
Are you gonna finish the other books first before you roll this out?
I mean, I can kind of do them both at the same time. I mean, so
overachiever, you.
Oh, for the last 3 books of the series, I'm almost done with them. Like, I'm at the point where as soon as they come in the mail, I'm gonna mail them to a few people to like red pen them, and then I still have to do the art and the music. But I mean,
what time frame are you given?
I'm hoping by the beginning of next year, but we'll see. We'll see. The 2 people that have read at least the next one really enjoyed it.
Wait a minute.
What?
2 people.
Yeah,
I'm wearing the shirt. I got Space Skater. I'm in your book, and I don't get it.
You'll be getting it next week, I think. We'll see. No, but like I have a couple of, so like the first one is it goes to a buddy that I was in the Marines with. And I have him read it just for like plot shit, and like he talks a lot of shit, so he's not afraid to be like, yeah, this didn't make any sense. That character was stupid, get rid of him, or like this needs to fucking happen, blah blah blah, XYZ, that kind of shit. So I nail it down with him first, and then send it out to you and Heather and Damien, and I think there's somebody else, but
okay, yeah. don't leave anybody out.
No, but like that group, your group is where I pull like my back cover quotes from, which are usually "fuck you." I can tell when you're drinking, you're an asshole, and it's like, all right, yeah. I don't need a blurb.
Hold on, I need to go back and look through some of your reviews I've given you. Oh, you know what? You can look on the back of the book.
Yeah, look on the back of at least 7, 8, and 9 if you have them there, which you don't.
Yes, I do. Oh my god. Yes. Now, first of all, I mean, let's just talk about this stack here. This is your stack, right?
Yeah, that's a foot of science fiction.
Yeah. This is my stack. It's just short. I mean, I just want to get to the point. Yours are much more interesting. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, but not getting to the point is the point in mine. I meander around so much.
On that. Okay.
Excuse me.
I can't wait to see where you take this. Oh, that was much too sweet. We're gonna have to change it up.
Yeah, but you're really sweet, so it's fitting.
The creativity in this storyline is really impressive. Oh, see? I'm definitely gonna have to step it up for the next ones.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I like the fuck you trip. For a badass as hell.
So there you go with that.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, well, what did you learn through that process besides getting everybody step in at first?
Oh God, no, there was a lot of audio engineering that I had to get savvy with because like I wasn't good at any of that. I still don't think I'm great at it, but there was a lot of time spent on YouTube just like, all right, how do I do this? And then no one has an answer for it except for some like kid in India. So, and there's like chapter marks on his like hour-long video. So I'm sitting there watching an hour-long guy going, okay, so first you take this and then you go here and you do that.
Well, yeah, you got to do the accent right if you're going to say that.
For like 3 seconds of fucking information that just should have been like, I'm going to Google how to do this. And then first result is it in the fucking line on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that and then like if you're asking shit for voice actors, always ask for multiple takes because regardless of how anybody tries, somebody's dog is going to be barking in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a little bit of a technology. I had to learn to do this. I was like, how do I get this output? How do I change this? How do I export it? I mean, so yeah. And my dogs are up here all the time, so it was one of those. I had to use the headphones, use the real mic, and pretend like I was a professional there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but that's the point, though. We are pretending like we're professionals. We're almost there.
We will be. We will be. I have full confidence that your books, after all this, are going to soar.
Hmm.
I mean, because really, I mean, anybody that doesn't like him, I mean, I don't know if I want to be friends with. So
I don't know. I've had some pretty interesting negative reviews. And it's not like they negative review it like on Amazon, which I wish they would. Just give me the fucking 1 star and write that.
yeah,
But we talked about this like in our like author group thing. But I had somebody one time send me an email talking about how the story seems like it was cool and going somewhere neat, and like my detail was great, but my characters were all idiots and they stopped reading after the first chapter at the end when somebody was talking about ripping anal beads out of somebody's ass. And it's like, all right, well, I mean, I get why you might be mad about that, and I'm glad that you stopped there instead of just going through the whole thing and just abusing yourself. That's kind of why that's there. It's a filter. But at the same time, man, can you say that on Amazon? Because that's a 5-star review, even if it's only got 1 star next to it. You know what I mean? Because it's like 1-star reviews, and it's that. It's like, okay, I'm buying this.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't understand when those people that are when they get the 1 stars and they're like, this character is a little too much over the top. I'm like, you do realize it's a fictional character, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be over the top. But thank you.
Yeah. No, there's some discourse going on TikTok right now about characters that nobody likes, and it's like, so wait, so you guys are writing books that there's characters that everybody likes all of them? Like, wait, how is there any internal conflict in this story if there isn't at least like one character that you don't fucking like in it? Like, that's the point. Like, it's cool when there's a villain that you like, but
Yeah.
you're not supposed to like the villains. That's why they're the villains.
Well, remember when we first met, I can't even remember which character it was, but I remember telling you, and I can't stand that chick. Hope she dies.
Yeah. Too bad you do
To me, I consider that good writing. Shame on those other ones that don't.
Yeah, and that's on them.
Well,
because writing's one of those things where it's like, if you want it to be like I don't know, like that video game The Sims, where it's just like you building a house and like, I don't know, doing the dishes and walking the dog and shit. It's like, who wants to read that? I mean, I'm sure that's out there. Like,
yeah.
and that's got to be its own, like, I don't know what the subtitle or the subgenre would be for it. Like, hey, this is sci-fi or romance or adventure, but it's also like the boring, mindless trite version.
Well, do you find that, especially in your writing, I mean, because there's a lot of things that you insinuate to, whether they be military or your tie-ins with, cigarettes on the covers. There's a lot of other hidden things in there if you really think about it, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that when people, they just don't get it, because you just want to say, hey, you have to have an IQ of a certain level to get this book, or
I mean, maybe. Although I would like to think that, and I don't know how much success I've had with this. But I would like to think that there's almost 2 ways to read my books. There's the surface level, like, oh, look, this is just a bunch of dick and fart jokes, ha ha ha. Let me get through it. And then, like, if you're paying attention, deep dive, read between the lines, it's like, oh shit, there's a heavy fucking story going on here.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody else recently, Dan, the guy that played a Claire, and he's like, yeah, so it doesn't outright say this in the books, but like, especially in that first one, Hank and Doc have like really, really fucking bad PTSD, and they really
They do, but that's what's so great about it. Plus, they say everything that we wish we could say, or want to say.
Like, so if you could cast, my books with anybody, who would it be? Every character is Eric Cartman from South Park, all of them.
That would work. That would work.
No.
Well,
Though, wrapping back around to that, if they did make a movie out of my books, who would you want to play Glaedwine?
well, let's see. In the book, you got me as this me. You just how I already take possession. You got me as a little short blondie. So I don't know. You need somebody almost younger than like a Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing that would make that hard, though, too, because like all these characters are like 20 to 25 ish.
That's what I'm saying. So you need somebody a little bit younger, which is going to be probably outside of people that I don't know.
Yeah. Or we could just do the 90s thing and get 30-year-olds to play them because,
Yeah, because that's what they did. And they, yeah.
It's like, hello, people. Or like, hello, people. I'm here for my homeroom in first period of high school. How are y'all today?
Well,
have you seen living with diabetes?
Have you seen even like I was scrolling through TV last night and Grease came on. Yeah. And here they are supposed to be in high school and they look like they're 40. And I'm like, well, worked out for them.
Although I will say John Travolta aged pretty well. I mean, because he's like, what, 60, 70 now? And he looks like he's 50.
Oh, yeah. You know who doesn't look bad for his age is Sylvester Stallone. They have him in that new show that he did. It's really about basically a documentary about his life and his kids. It's really to pump up his girls. And they talk about how he's a great family man and all this stuff. Unbeknownst in the background, the wife was secretly trying to divorce him the whole time. But I guess they worked that out after the documentary. So goes to show you.
Yeah.
You only see what they want you to see. Oh, it's part of my conspiracies.
Yeah. Also, get married before you get rich.
Yeah. Now, who would you have play Hank?
Now or in their prime?
Both.
Fuck, I don't know. Now, just for the hell of it, Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, just because, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like do the de-aging thing they do with like the fucking CGI.
How they did with what movie was that? Oh, I don't know. I can't think of it. The Harrison Ford one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last one that he did, yeah.
Though in their prime, though, fucking, I don't know who would be who, but between Hank, Doc, and Claire, that would definitely be Bill Paxton, Charlie Sheen, and Michael Biehn.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Like, and then like, you guys have fun.
Well, Charlie Sheen and Michael. I love him in that movie. What did they play?
Navy SEALs.
Yeah, where he's like, I'm a little jacked up right now.
Yeah, people hate that movie, but I fucking love it.
I loved it too.
Like, I like that scene where I think it's towards the end, and was it Bill Paxton? He's the sniper character, and his call sign's God. And Michael Biehn goes into that house and like falls to the floor, and there's that guy there with a gun next to him. Michael Bihn's like, God, I could use some help right now. And the dude's like, your God cannot save you now. And then it's like, bang. Like just like the one-liners. Like I miss the one-liners. You don't get that in fucking movies anymore. Or if you do, they either completely fail to fucking deliver, or I'm just too old to get the reference.
Listen, that's it. That's the other thing I get ripped on my books about is too many movie scenes that people don't give the reference. But I'm writing that down because that's perfect for my ending.
You're gonna end Matti Baker?
Yep.
I mean, you've only fake death her like what 3 times?
I listen, just keeping it going.
It's like Murder, She Wrote.
No, listen, I didn't say she was gonna die in this book. I just said I'm ending the series. She's
gonna drive happily into the sunset.
No, she's gonna be all kinds of messed up. Hold on, I'm making note to myself. So the last time we chit-chatted, I put the Mandela effect in there. I thought that was good. That was in my last chapter I wrote.
Yeah. The Mandela effect's kind of like one of those weird things where it's like, I personally think that people are just remembering shit wrong. Because like the big ones, what is it? They say it's Shazam with Shaq or Sinbad is the one that people cite. And they're like, oh, that movie doesn't actually exist. We just remember there being a movie called Shazam with Sinbad in it. It's like, yeah, but there was a movie where Shaq was a genie and they called it Kazam.
Yeah.
That was real. I think you're just remembering it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't that great of a movie. So like you didn't watch it twice?
Yeah. Didn't watch it the first time.
I could be wrong.
Yep. Well, what is the one takeaway that you want people to get from your series?
I don't have
Like,
one, man. I can just be entertained when you read it.
yeah, that's what I want. I
Like
mean,
that's one of those things, like in both, like, books and movies and art in general, where it's like, I'm gonna make this subpar product and then I'm gonna explain to you why it's good, and this explanation is why you have to like the thing. It's like, no, 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 no. Make something that people like, and they'll do this part for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just said, you know what, I write what I enjoy. So
Yeah.
not everybody's gonna get it. Not
Yeah. Well,
everybody's gonna like it.
yeah. No, there's nothing that everybody fucking likes.
Yeah. So I fully expect now that the writers, a strike is over. I haven't read the details of it yet. Now's your opportunity. There you go.
Yeah. No, but the other thing about like writing and shit though is, like, I forget whose book I was reading, but it was like one of those, like, how to write books, which I've read 50 of. There's only 2 of them that I think that were worth reading. Um, but one of them was like, hey, no, so like, instead of like writing what you know, uh, write a book that you want to be written that hasn't been written yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, here's what I always get. I had this woman talking to me the other day. She's like, "Oh, I just can't stand it when people, um, when they tell you versus, showing you." And I said, oh, kind of violate that one on myself. And I said, "Well, um, I tell." I said, "But the reason why is I'm writing from a first person point of view. I'm trying to tell you like we're talking."
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the
I
thing
said,
is,
"Well,
for your stuff though, like, you are not telling the audience what they see. Maddie, your main character, is telling her story, and the readers see what she sees. Like, there's plenty of stuff that
yeah,
happens that she doesn't, that like she witnesses happen, and she
yeah,
says, "Hey, this happened," and then 2 chapters later, it's like, "Okay, I saw that wrong. Oh, here's the story. Weird."
little break." Yeah, yep.
It's called storytelling.
There you go. Well, Aesop fable teller,
Yeah.
storyteller.
Yeah, but what is it? The 2 for anybody that's like looking to, you know, read how to read a book or how to write a book books would be Stephen King's On Writing was really good. And then Orson Scott Card's is How to Write Fantasy and Sci-Fi was fucking phenomenal. And even though it's called How to Write Fantasy and Sci-Fi, like it's really just how to write fiction. It's just kind
Yeah,
of geared more towards that. Like, so it'll have the questions you need to ask yourself. So, like, he doesn't tell you how to do anything.
yeah,
He just gives you the questions that you need to ask yourself to make a competent or a coherent story.
yeah,
Like one of them was, which really helped me out in mine, was, say you've got aliens that are on a spaceship, right? Their planet got destroyed. They're going somewhere else. Excuse me. They've been on this, spaceship for 100 years. Why would they want to get off? Like, it seems pretty, obvious to you and me, but like, if you've been on that thing for 100 years, that's your
yeah.
home.
Everybody else would be dead when you can't went back, right? So
Yeah.
why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like that's one of the reasons that the virescents in my books, I made them photosynthesize, so where it's like, oh no, they're actually healthier if they get sunlight. So they miss the sunlight while they're on the ship, and that's why they wanted to get off instead of just like, hey, new home, woo, we're here.
well, I'll tell you, I think it takes a creative mind to create a new alien species. Think about it. I mean, it's just you're creating something completely. It's completely new. You can make
Yeah.
it whatever you want. And most people don't have that ability to think outside of their own realm. So kudos to you for that.
Well, the other thing with that is like, so the virescents aren't particularly too imaginative. Like, they look like us, their bodies function like us. They
That's
live
all right.
longer.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, like they live longer, they photosynthesize a bit. There's a few other thises and that's, but overall, they're pretty much just like green people. But to like get around that, I did that thing where I think Hank and Doc and Claire are talking when they're going somewhere, and they're like, you'd think that if there's some all powerful god out there, he'd if he was going to make aliens, he'd do something different than just like make us all different colors. That seems a little bit lazy.
maybe he was experimenting.
Yeah. And somebody else is like, well, what if there is no God? And he's like, and that's worse because that means natural selection did that shit.
Hey, a lot of natural selection in my next book.
Also, hello to everyone in the chat.
Hey, I'm glad that you said the name, so I know how to pronounce it correctly now.
Oh, well, so that's the thing. Before the audiobook, I never explicitly stated how Glaedwine's name's pronounced.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell anybody in the thing either, like any of the voice actors either that interacted with her, because like when you're in the military, everyone pronounces your name wrong anyway. So it was like, well, if I tell them that, they're going to say it's this thing. And it's like, well, but no, I want them to say it different because you could say it Glaedwine or Glaedvine or Glaedwine or fucking Galadriel. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because when I went to go look to see how many times I'm in book 3, I put it in the search bar for my ebook, which of course, being a fan, you have to have all the paper books and the ebooks. Just saying, throwing them out there for all the rest of y'all. Yeah. Oh, and the war chest, and the audiobook, which I have that too.
And 6 paintings, custom commission. And oh yeah, and rubber alligator.
Yeah. So I was looking up to see how many times I'm in the 3rd book, and nothing pulled up. And I thought, well, maybe it's because you spell it, So then I just put wine, to see if that would pull up. And then I realized she wasn't in there either. I'm just joking with you.
She's mentioned. I'll find someone else for you.
Yeah, she's mentioned nothing. So how long am I gonna have to wait until I get to book 6?
No, she's mild spoilers. She's in the 4th and 5th one. Yeah. You get mad at me about that though, but we'll go about we'll talk about that after that.
No spoiler on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the best part that you thought on the audiobook?
Oh God. Probably the vomit scene. That came out fucking great.
Is that the one with her where she's taught when that happens?
Yeah. So they're drunk, they get in a fight, they go to make up go to have makeup and they puke all over each other. I think what helped with that is like I managed to like get like a really good sound effect for all the yakking, and then like I made a good background music song for that too. So like it's not that I think I have bad background music, but that one specifically I think just like fit the mood fucking perfectly because I make a lot of those beforehand or a few every once in a while. Like I would make like after it. It's like, all right, well, I need something that like fits, but that's all luck of the draw shit.
Yeah. Now, do you listen to audiobooks yourself?
A few, which is why I did mine this way with the different shit because I hate audiobooks because most of it's like, so Sam and the alligator walked out of the Shire and
that's it. I'm like, do we have to talk that slow because people really can't understand? Maybe, but I think that's really what I think is the creative part about yours. I think people like to have the audio and the visual at the same time. Yeah. So to me, I mean, I just think that's a home run. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this whole series play out. And when you get the award, you're up there on the stage, just, make sure you say, hey, thanks to all of y'all that, helped participate in this. That's all we want. So.
Yeah, but watch it be something stupid like I'm at like the I don't know, pro-communist committee awards, and it's like I don't understand how the fuck you guys like this, but thanks for the ribbon. Okay, all right, cool.
Hey, a ribbon's a ribbon.
It is a red ribbon.
Let's don't downplay it.
Yeah. No one cares where you got your awards, just that you got them, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Do they really do anything anyways? No, no.
No, I mean, like fucking, and I love that too. And I know we were talking a little bit about this beforehand, before we went live, and I'm not gonna name anyone, but like I fucking like just love it when I'm on any type of social media and I go to an author's page and it's like, oh, I've got all these awards and I'm this #1 seller on fucking, Amazon. And it's like, okay, all these awards are from nobody. And the bestseller category you were in was like a very niche thing, and there's only 4 books in it at
Oh, yeah.
all. You're the only one that released one this year, so you kind of defaulted into it, which
It-
really we should all start doing.
Well, listen. So I gave my book free, which I'm fundamentally against. And it's, in the top 10, probably, for thriller and terrorism for 2 months straight. Well, it's free.
Yeah.
Okay. Has that amounted to anything? Are they buying through? Maybe a little bit. Are they leaving reviews? No. Does that mean they don't like it? I don't know.
Yeah, no, and that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to for after Smokepit Fairytales, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna write standalone novels that like aren't in the storyline. Like I plan for them to be in the universe, but you won't have to have read Smokepit Fairytales to understand them, because like as it is now, like there's not really a point in marketing any of my books besides the first one, because you kind of have to read the first one to understand what's going on. So, it'll be a little bit better at some point when it's like, all right, dude, I got this series you can read, or that one book, XYZ, whatever.
Well, I think the next book I'm going to do is it's going to be called Family Lies, and then the L of lies is going to have a T, family ties or family lies. And in the book, we'll tell about these different families. I probably should include your family in here too. It tells you how you think it is, and then you flip the book over, and then it tells you how it really is.
So like read it in different directions.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to change a lot of names in that book.
There was a book, I forget what it was called, but it was about a corrupt police officer, and most of the story is told from his point of view, right?
Yeah.
Actually, there's a whole book written from his point of view, except for like halfway through the book, he gets like an invasive tapeworm, and then the tapeworm starts like slowly inserting himself into it. But whenever the tapeworm thinks or does something, it's in red letters over the original text.
Yeah.
So like you can like at the beginning when he starts doing it, you can kind of read what's going on, like in real life, and then like by the end of it, like the last like couple chapters is just like red lines, and like the tapeworm has fucking taken over that guy and the story.
I've missed that one.
Yeah, that was fun. I don't remember what it was though, so I'm imagining I didn't care for the story, but I like the premise or the gimmick. Is that a gimmick? It counts as a gimmick.
A little bit of a gimmick, but that's all right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. You need a gimmick.
Yeah, I appreciate something original. So, you gonna have Space Gator do any promos for the audio?
I should.
My son said that I can't do another video because he said that I sounded racist by the voice I gave Space Gator. I was like, do you know what an alligator sounds like? How's that racist?
Also, it might be racist that we're calling him an alligator. He might be a fucking crocodile.
Crocodile, you know what I mean? One of those things.
Yeah.
Amphibian. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So other thing that I'm kind of pissed off about, but I don't know if I'm going to fix it or not, is I did the final word count for the series.
Yeah.
The series. It's 999,420 words. And it's like,
dude, 600 words.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is if I add them, I don't know if I'll be able to fit the last 6 books into an ammo can and have a second war chest. So I have to find like a different thing. But I think I might just lie about it, and then like on the box, like be like, oh yeah, no, this is 500,000 words. It's in there. I mean, because who's gonna sit there and count them?
Probably your friends.
Yeah. Well, that and like round up fucking 500. It's $1 million. Fuck you.
Hey, 500 words. That's 2 pages. You can fit it in the camo or in the can. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. You just do more acknowledgments. Yeah. Yada yada yada. You know.
I'm also debating with myself. I don't know if I want to put the work in for this, or if anybody buy it, but make the entire series, but like put it all in one book and have it like multi-columned, like you're reading the fucking Bible.
Ooh.
Like, what's this thing?
Be that big.
Yeah, like super small lettering, like, you know, everything Hank says is in red.
They better hope that they have Amazon Prime for that shipping.
Yeah. Why is this book $70 fucking dollars?
Do you does your print, does it come only through Amazon or does it come through other?
Right now it's only through Amazon. Because I had it doing the other stuff. Yeah, I had it doing the other stuff for a couple of years, but nobody ever bought the other stuff.
Yeah.
And the way Amazon, you know, cuts it up is like what you get like I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it's a significantly smaller amount of the percentage of the profit that you keep if you have it, you know, Amazon exclusive, vice everywhere else. And if you're buying it everywhere else, just keep it on Amazon and get a bigger cut.
Yeah. Well, you know, I would say probably 98% of my sales before came from Amazon.
Yeah.
And when they started changing everything with Kindle Unlimited and everything else, I thought, you know, I'm going to go wide. And I still probably have 95% on Amazon. Yeah. But it's a lot more labor intensive because you got to make sure it's on Barnes and Noble and this and this and this. And everybody's like, do draft to digital. And I'm like, okay, well, then that's another percentage I'm giving out somebody when I can just do it myself. It's not that difficult, you know. But it can become time, you know, consuming. And then you think, is it worth it? So
yeah. Well, I mean, like if I think it'll become worth it, I'll try it there. But like as it sits now, it's like people don't have a problem buying this off fucking Amazon. So I mean,
yeah. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, that and like, you know, people still do go to Barnes and Noble to look for books, but they still order them offline also. So it's like, well, I mean, that and I think Amazon fucking pushes the Barnes and Noble, and that's not part of the fucking expanded distribution thing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. And let me tell you what, Apple's platform, they need a little work.
I don't know one person that's even told me that they've read a fucking book off Amazon shit. Or I'm sorry,
Apple.
Yeah.
No, I had a bunch of people buy DEF CON in like April. But it's just every time you change one simple thing, it's just a nightmare. So
yeah, might as well have it all in one place.
Mm-hmm. And then you just think it's just not worth it. So
yeah.
I don't know.
No, either.
No.
I don't think anybody knows how this shit works.
I know.
They keep changing shit. and if this took place in the universe of my books, Glaedwine would be the only person that knew how this shit worked. So
thank you. I got something coming for it.
No, because I was talking to somebody else. I think it was the guy that played Doc, my buddy Chuck. And we're like, yeah, no, all these characters are stupid except for Glaedwine, and she's only half stupid. So, I mean, good for her for having half a fucking brain.
I'm only half stupid. I take it so personally now. Hey, and you know what I also have? I also have the photo of her. I mean, and
I did mail it to you, didn't I?
You did. And
it broke off the glass. Oh, and the boat.
Hold on.
Holy shit! How many of those do you fucking have?
I'm a big fan and supporter. I got a few. This one got coffee on it. Sorry.
That happens.
Don't burn it.
Well, I mean, you know.
Hey, are we done with book burning or art burning or what? Where are we at now?
I burnt one 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh,
it was a nice video. My buddy Matt Callahan. Yeah. Then my buddy Matt Callahan came down. We made like a whole like production out of it.
Oh, I saw that. That was great. Now listen, I actually thought that one that you burned, that last one, I thought, that was a good one. You know?
Well, then someone should have given it a home.
I know, bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just like repurpose?
Because if I do that, then people won't be like, "Oh my god, he's setting them on fire. I have to buy that."
So
like I really do want to make some like big, like you know, friggin' like elaborate philosophical reasoning for why it is. But the short of it is, I'm gonna make this thing. If you don't buy it, I'm gonna burn it, and then somebody buys it. And then if it's like, I'm gonna make this thing, and if nobody buys it, it's gonna hang out, or I'll paint over it. Like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah. But can you do that for the audiobook? Maybe put a little fire on the, on the cover, like, this tape will destroy.
There was a guy.
Self-destruct in so much time if you don't listen to it.
There was a guy. I forget who it is, but he's got a whole shelf of his books that people would buy them and then take them to the range and then shoot them to bits and then mail them back to him. So maybe I should start something like that.
Hey, that'd be good.
Yeah. Like, hey, buy my book, shoot it or blow it up or do something like that with it
and bring it back.
Yeah, and then I'll put it. I'll make a shelf for it.
Okay, I'm making a note to myself. Blow up book. I could do that. That's the kind of friend I am.
Yeah. And then someone in the comments fucking said that I should just start shredding the paintings and then using those as packaging for other shit.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. Think about it. Versus paying for packaging. What kind of knives do you have?
Oh, I got all of them. But I was thinking more like an industrial strength shredder.
I got one of those right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be able to. Actually, it has to be a mulcher because they get the wood frame in the back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I figured that.
That's right. You can just take your boot, step on it, cut through.
Yeah. Go friggin' renew my sportsman club fucking membership and just shoot the shit out of them afterwards. Although that might be a thing where it's like, all right, hey, I get a painting, I'm gonna go shoot the shit out of it. I'm gonna go use it for target practice on day X, use it for target practice, and then put it back up for like a couple weeks and then burn it. That could be a thing.
Okay, I need a new gun recommendation.
For what? For personal use or to put in your books?
To put in the book.
Oh, it's Chiappa Rhino. It's a revolver and it shoots from the bottom cylinder instead of the top one. Also, I don't remember any broom-handled Mausers or FG-42s or Thompson. Why don't you have any Tommy guns in your books?
Because I can only do so much research. I'm writing these down. I'll add. I mean, good gracious, I have your characters in my book. Even your dog, I must might add.
Yeah, so people listening at home, if you want some extracurricular trip, there is an Ainsworth character in the Matti Baker novels.
And his dog.
Yeah, one of them.
Who has serious IBS problems.
Yeah.
In the book. I was scared that the dog might come back and sue me for liability. So.
Yeah. Also, gun recommendation from Nate the Mateba fucking 6, which I was thinking about, but I didn't remember what the gun's name was. Just look up Mateba, Mateba. You'll find something in there. Or revolver. Make sure to put revolver in there too. It's also another goddamn revolver that shoots in the bottom cylinder. However, the difference between the two is the Chiappa will run you $700 or $800, and the Mateba's, I don't know, a couple grand, like prohibitively fucking expensive.
Well, yeah, my son, we gave him a Remington. I can't remember what it was. Rifle when he was in high school to shoot. You know, he's in the gun club, and it's a nice gun, right? Hand me
Yeah.
down, and those kids were shooting like these $6,000 to $8,000 stuff. You know, I was like, well, buddy, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
But ask him if you can borrow it once in a while.
Yeah, no, like there's a line with that. Like, obviously, if you have the super cheap shit, you know, it ain't gonna work right. But then, like, at a certain point, it's like, no, everything after this is just, you know, fanciness. Fucking learn how to shoot, you'll be all right.
When's the last time you shot a gun?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I've been waiting for fucking ammo prices to go back down like an idiot. Like that's not fucking happen.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
Yeah, well, because I didn't shoot all my ammo, but I shot all my not in a pile ammo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, so no more of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need this when the zombies come.
I'll have to bust out some ammo when I shoot up your books. Maybe I can do something creative with blowing up the war chest.
Well, I mean, it's metal, so like you're gonna have to use something either high caliber or. I just had a fucking.
I do have that one questionable brother-in-law.
So we're gonna fill this full of tannerite. Yeah. Okay. Although you did have one scene in one of your books where they were I think they were in Italy, and they're driving, you know, some Italian sports car, and they're getting chased by either a Huey or an Apache. Huey. And like he's shooting a fucking Barrett at it from the back seat or from the passenger seat. Yeah, that was real last action hero.
I listen. I actually happened to. That was actually real that I did. I did go up to do that drive. That's the only reason why I was able to write about it, because honestly, not that creative. I write about what I know, or think I know. But then added in the last action hero after we talked, because I thought, oh, that works.
Oh, because that was a great car chase.
Yeah, that's when you're gonna realize, you know, Maddie might have a couple issues, you know. So.
She's only been shot, stabbed, blown up.
He does have watercolor paintings for sale.
I don't know if I do right now.
You don't?
I don't think so. I haven't done watercolor in a minute. And by minute, I mean a couple of years. I haven't done a watercolor in forever.
Hold on, let me look at your site. I gotta see which ones that I still like. I know there's one that I thought, oh, this better be bought.
Which I used to be really into watercolor. I should probably get back on that. My only thing though is like about that is like it's kind of hard to justify the price I would want out of that in my own head, where it's like, all right, so hey, I want you to give me $200 for a piece of paper. Thanks, guys.
Hey, I think that F for you is great. Oh, look, there's a lot of detail in this.
Which one? Oh, the cat trooper.
Bugs.
That one's big too. That one's like 3 or 4 feet tall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's a big guy. It should say at the bottom of it.
Yeah, Dauntless at Midway. It's great.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one ain't gone nowhere. But, you know, that's art stuff. I need to start making more like book related art. That's probably something I should do, right?
Well, I mean, you've done it in the other book, so you think you want to be consistent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, the next books will have like, you know, that, you know, kind of art in it. But I mean, like, you know, like big paintings of, you know, shit that happens in the books.
Hey, you know what you need? You need do you remember back? Well, you probably don't. God, you probably weren't even born. They used to do those butt sketches where they'd have everybody together and they'd kind of turn around and it's all the backsides of everybody.
Yeah.
You'd have a picture of all the characters of Hank, Doc, everybody, you know.
I'm just mooning the.
Well, just have, you know, just a cast of characters, you know, everybody's looking back. But it's really just a butt sketch.
See, I was thinking more like the 70s, like Rumbler van, like wizard moon, dog howling at the moon painting.
Yeah. That'll work.
Yeah.
So did you finalize the covers?
I did. I posted them on Instagram a week or two ago, I think.
Yeah, I saw those. I didn't know if you're going to keep those or if you're waiting for feedback or what you were thinking.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep those. I might tweak one of them a little bit, but I'm really happy about how. What is it? So the next ones are going to be what? Phantom in the Moonlight, The Order of the Cadices, and The Last Sunset Scene. I'm really happy about the way that the Order of the Cadices ones came out, and then
I gotta look.
Yeah, so that's the one. It's like a orangish yellow, and you know, still looks like a pack of smokes.
Yeah,
but it's got the cadices on it, but instead of a rod, it's a sword, and then you know it's in front of a shield. So you know it's kind of like the Navy Corpsman, you know, insignia. And then Phantom of the Moonlight is a silhouette of someone holding a sword in front of some mountains, and then God, what is the last one? The Last Sunset Scene is it's a diamond with a shift knob in it.
Hey, and actually, I kind of like that for a 12 because it, at first glance, it almost looks like, you know, a play off the Nazi. You know, I mean, if you're just kind of quickly glancing, and then when you look and you realize then it almost looks like a gear shift, and then you know, then you know what I mean.
Well, that's good because in the last one, Adolf Hitler is the bad guy.
Well, I just telling you. I mean, first look, you kind of think, "No, what's this?" And I like the order with the dual. I don't know what you call them. Dual things.
Oh yeah, the cadices,
Yeah.
the caduceus. I always called it cadices, so I'm sticking with that. But it's the two snakes wrapped around the rods, staring at each other. That's all on the ambulances and shit.
Okay, so you got orange book, a white book, and a white book.
Yeah. So
looks good. Looks good.
And then what is it? The Last Sunset Scene. That's a rip off of. God, what was it? I don't remember if it was biblical or like Babylonian mythology, or maybe it might have been even Egyptian mythology, but it was talking about like the end of days, and then like before everyone goes to judgment and whatever religion it was that I was looking up, it was like with the last sunset scene, like SEEN. But I was like, oh, the last sunset scene. I like that, but let's change that to scene. Like it's it's implying that they're on fucking Hollywood Boulevard in the fucking 80s or some shit.
When do you do most of your writing?
Whenever, like there is a day. I tend to type more, like after it's because I handwrite all these like on legal pads.
I know it's crazy, but yeah.
But like typing, I tend to do that more in the morning, right when I get up. But as far as like writing goes, that's just fucking when the shit ever.
Hey, do you keep all your yellow pads?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're in I put them in like a bubble wrap envelope and seal them up, and they're all over there on the shelf right now.
Yeah, you can always auction those off too.
Yeah, although I only have what?
Only after the movie, so you make even more money,
Yeah. Although I only have them since 8, because like the first 2 I wrote like just on the computer, and that was on Ship, and then what 3, 4, 5, and 6 I did write out, but then it was like I'd have it stand up, and then like once I was done with the page, I'd rip it off and throw it away. So I don't have those. And then the 7th one was similar, except for the first draft of that I fucking hated so much that I just like threw it the fuck out and started over. Which
I think I'm too lazy. I'll figure out a workaround.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because that was also kind of like funny because that was the I think 7 is the second to longest book.
Yeah, all I know is
Yeah, I mean it's one of the chunkers.
Hold on. Yeah, this is the one I carried around with me.
Yeah, the fourth one's a fucking brick.
I feel like I was doing weight stuff, carrying this around.
Yeah. Though, I know the last 3 aren't out yet. But even then, I still do think the 7th one's my favorite one.
7th? Okay, so I always thought.
Also, real quick, anyone listening, we're gonna go full spoiler mode. So if you don't want spoilers for anything after the first book,
I'm not gonna go full spoiler. I like to.
No, we can go. They got the warning.
I'm not gonna tell you why, but it was just one of those hard things. But then I actually thought 8.
Yeah.
So I don't know why.
Well, because the 8 was effectively Tombstone.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
I'm your host, Lear. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, but anyway, since we're in full spoiler mode, for those of you listening at home, you got your warning. You were fucking pissed off at me when fucking I killed Glaedwine.
Well, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, my tenure is short.
Well, no, I remember you're like, you killed his fucking mom? The fuck, dude?
Yeah. Messed up. Well, just put me in the credits at the end.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, he names the ship after her later.
Oh, gee. I felt better.
Yeah, and then excuse me. And then Glaedwine's the reason that I mean it comes up in conversation, but she's the reason that friggin' Hank and Penelope figure out that Margaret and Suzanne knew Thatch.
Yeah. Don't be giving out all this. Hey, listen.
I said full spoiler. I said listen, they got almost an hour of good content. Like we're
That's
past
right. But buy the damn book. Listen to the audiobook. Get the ebook. You can buy a coffee. You can buy a book.
Yeah, I think the ebook's like what, fucking $1. The Kindle app's free, people.
My book's free too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a twofer. Don't go there. Don't go there. Okay, so do you remember our first podcast?
Way back when, yeah.
I
put an asterisk on that. I remember that it happened.
I was about to say, for y'all's listening pleasure, I did kind of like a little tic-tac-toe for a trip to see how many times he would he would smoke, or if he would say something, and wouldn't you know, we hit every one of those.
Because we had this set up beforehand. She mailed me a shot packet of little fireball fucking shooters. So it's like, keep these with you when we start this. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Listen, I was going to do that again until I realized I wasn't in book 3.
Well, I mean, fucking she isn't in the third book.
I know, I forgot. It's been a hot minute. I have to go back and revisit.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's still kind of integral to the plot though, because she's the reason that Thatch isn't on Earth, because Penelope gave Thatch the Glaedwine. You're going to space. Take my baby so he doesn't get nuked. Yeah.
Just remember that.
Yeah, so Glaedwine ended up being Hank's kid's not baby mama, but
godmother.
Something like that.
Yeah. Person that raised him.
It's funny because the chick that Glaedwine's based off of in real life, she got pissed off at me in the 5th book, but it wasn't because it wasn't that she died, and it wasn't like pissed off. It was like, really, dude? That was funny, but like, really, dude? Where it was like that entire fucking series, I didn't sexualize Glaedwine at all until she started reading romance novels. And then it was like,
that's what's gonna do it.
Bro.
That's
Well, it was like an inside joke because she's reading this romance novel and she's talking about how fucking disgusting and gross fucking the sex scenes are, and then she's like, "All right, well, this is what I think of myself." Yeah.
I'll have to talk to our pal Tam to see if she can help me put some scenes in the book or something.
Yeah, and Tam, who we're talking about, what's her writing name? Tam
DeRutter Jackson.
Tam DeRutter Jackson. Yeah. She writes some good romance novels, and they're not just like smutty, brainless paperback novels like most romances are. I'm looking at you, romance authors that are watching this right now. Like, it's an actual story with a fucking plot that romance is just in, instead of porno with a little plot.
Yeah, no, she actually, all of her series have definitely a plot. I mean, whether it's the paranormal,
or a Rockstar series.
Or Rockstar. She's got a new football series coming out. So, I mean, she's cranking it. Yeah, she makes it professional. I'm more of a hobby person.
No, 'cause she's into it.
Huh?
She's like into it.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She's had 12 books out in probably the last 5 years herself. So yeah. She's
fucking. Who was on Merson's series is saying he's been super chatty about my name on Tim Pool's podcast. Dude, I'd like to be on Tim Pool's podcast, but I don't think he reads his comments, man. Sorry. Also, everyone in the comment, or not comments, everyone that's been leaving comments, hello. I have to like go
see that they're there. Hey Nate.
Yeah. Hey Nate, hey Doc, hey Phoenix, who I think's Matt. Might be wrong. Jason left. Jason
I didn't have the comments on earlier. I got them on now.
Yeah, I'm bad about that. I gotta go click the fuckers, because I'll get like halfway into these, and then it's like, oh shit, I should probably say what's up.
I need a new monitor system, so I don't have to look into my little computer. So,
well, you could just buy a second monitor and plug it in and two-screen it.
So listen, that's what I had. And one of them went out. My husband's sweet husband said, "You know what? I bought you this big monitor." And I was like, "Oh, I liked my dual setup thing, but that's okay. Because it's so big, I can't really fit too much more on my desk.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
I mean, first world problems.
Yeah. But anyway, you've you played Glaedwine in the first one, and you will be playing her in the second one. Well, you've already got it, but they haven't got that yet. She's not really around in the third. Are you excited for the fourth and fifth when she shows back up and is like a main character again?
Well, of course. So you need to hurry up and get on it, and y'all need to buy it so he gets motivation to get on it.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah, support those that sharing is caring.
Yeah, although I think everybody that's still here is, read them. So thank you. Thank you. Phoenix is not mad.
Listen, you want some of these bigger ones to be an audiobook.
No, I'm kind of apprehensive. Not apprehensive. That's not the right word. I don't want to say anxious either, because that's not the right word either. I'm just saying looking forward to like the later books in the series where it's like, all right, so between the first and the second, there's gonna be about a month or two between channel releases, and then I'm imagining the same thing between 2 and 3. But like when I get into 4, it's like, hey guys, you're not gonna get chapters for 3 months because this fucker's huge, and there's a lot of moving fucking parts.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I gotta find somebody to play the bad guy in the fourth book. And I think that one's gonna be a hoot to figure out who the fuck does that, because we gotta be like, all right, so I need somebody that can play like a real bitch, but like is also okay with graphic sex scenes.
I'll leave that to you. No. Do you have any Irish speaking? parts yet.
Well, I mean, the aliens all speak like not English,
for our pal Damien,
not American English.
who I can't understand some of the words. He knows I love him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. But that'll get figured out when it gets figured out, I guess. But on that, Michelle, do you have anything to say to the people?
Yes. For the love of God, buy his books, buy the audiobook, buy his art, support his arts. You'll enjoy it. And smokepitfairytales.com for all the other details and information. And the war chest is awesome gift, by the way, for Christmas.
So. That's going up. Yeah, no, and then on that, fucking damn, also go check out the Matti Baker novels. Although if you Google Matti Baker novels, will those come up, or do you have to look up?
I'll have to look up Aesop.
Yeah, but Aesop's already a guy, so Google Michele Packard with one L.
Thank you. One L. That's right. Special.
Michelle.
Special.
Yeah. And go check out her books because they're a fucking hoot. Yeah, and where can people find you besides as Glaedwine and the audiobook production of Smokepit Fairytales?
Yeah. Well, you can go to my website, michelepackard.com. You're on Amazon, Apple, Barnes & Noble, Google Play. And first book, Aesop, is free on all those sites. You enjoy it, pick up the next one. So I really think by book 3, I'm really getting into a good role.
Yeah. And then also I got a website link in the comments.
Yeah, book 1's fun, but really I think it starts getting progressive, and you'll see that I'm doing that on purpose. So yeah. The series finale, Baker, it's got some good twists and turns, so it's gonna be fun.
And then anybody else that wants to hear her, I put her not email address. I wouldn't do that.
It is on audio too for the first book.
Yeah. I put her website in the description, so go click that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. All right. People of the world, audio.